welcome to Eat, Theatre, Sleep, Repeat with me, Hayley Kay, and Jed Mills. We are at Blackpool's Grand Theatre for the very exciting event that is the Panto launch day.
And we've got some more special guests with us.
Yes, we've got the lovely Ben Harlow, who is playing Widow Twankey. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you guys. Lovely to see you.
And of course, the lovely Steve Royle, who's going to be playing Wishee Washee this year.
Yes, for a change. I'm playing the silly part this year.
Oh, yeah.
The romantic leads that I use.
Did you go for Aladdin and they wouldn't let you?
Once again, I got shunned for these parts. You know, I'm a prince last year, no chance. No, you've not got the right looks.
Do you know what it is, Steve? Yeah. Ageist. That's
it is. Exactly what it is.
What you want to bring up these days?
Bring that up. I'll be bringing that up. Don't you worry.
Now, I know, because I know you both, but this isn't your first panto together.
No.
Tell me more.
No, we did Beauty and the Beast, didn't we, Steve? Gosh, it would have been
2018.
2018. Thank you. Yeah, right. But yeah, and it was great. Like, I'd played sort of Blackpool a few times before in various shows, but first like pantomime in Blackpool, and it was fantastic to work with Steve, of course. So to know I was back with Steve, just like wow, Tom as well. Great, we've got a fantastic cast. But knowing that we're going to be up in front of these wonderful audiences again, just like a woo-ha.
Yeah, did it surprise you last time, Blackpool, that the audiences are so great and the feel of the theatre and stuff like that?
You know what? It didn't. I've always known it's a beautiful theatre, and the audiences, when I played it before, they've always been so warm and welcoming. If anything, they were better than I remembered. I don't know if it's because, we're here for a longer run. Usually it's 1 or 2 weeks. This is 4 weeks, I think. But yeah, just brilliant. So
if people are struggling to place you in Beauty and the Beast, what were you in Beauty and the Beast?
The first time I did it in the Disney one, I played Gaston. So very different to how I'm looking now. Yeah. And then I played Hugo Pompidou in our version, in the Panto version. So 2 bad guys. So to be sat here in my dress and size 12 heels, completely different, but you know what, I'm loving it. It's like, as an actor, it's great to have a new challenge, and it's like already, even after a few hours today, I'm going to get emotional here, Steve. I've gone. I just know it's going to be such a laugh, and if that conveys to the audience, then it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, I have to say, it's nice to have him sat down, because I've been stood up most of today. And my neck's aching.
So go on, how tall are you?
Well, 6'6".
Wow.
When I had a bit more hair, I think I used to be 6'7".
And the heels on.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, but that's
with this, big old yellow wig, heels. I reckon. What do you reckon? Like
7?
6,
Way
11.
Over 7.
So if Blackpool have a basketball side, then please give me a call.
I think that's what you want. Absolutely. So Steve, I'm going to be honest. Next to Ben, you do look little.
What's the hand for? What's this?
Diminutive action. I much prefer Snow White if you're going to ask. I feel much larger on stage.
Tommy's very tall as well. Yeah. I really think physio for you this year is going to have to be a must.
Yeah, I'm going to feel like the people who sit on the front row feel, because they're always looking up. I always worry about people who buy tickets for the front row of any show, especially with this tall stage.
Yeah.
Right.
But listen, I was just chuffed to bits, because I reckon it's the first time ever that the main cast members have been old friends.
Yeah.
Like Ben and Tom.
Yeah, probably right, yeah.
So when we arrived today, it wasn't so much like, the nerves of meeting new people.
Yeah.
You do feel a little bit of pressure wanting to create you don't want yourself, especially having done 20 years, you don't really make yourself look like the old pro. And you're too young, man. Yeah, well, your 25th pantomime. That's mad, isn't it? Quarter of a century of pantomimes this year.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is. I know.
And have you played any other parts? Have you tested your acting ability?
Well, you say that. You say that, but listen, there are gentle, the tiny nuances of detail. I mean, sometimes I could be idle, Jack.
No, I know you.
And idle's very different from being silly.
You've done many different things. Yes. But actually, a question I want to ask is, if there was a part that, right, yeah, I'm going with it. So Wishee Washee obviously is where you are, and all the silly character, the comedy character.
Yeah.
But what other part would you like to play in a panto?
Do you know what? When it was the pandemic in 2020, the Blackpool Grand were going to do a pantomime called Pantomime. It went online.
I remember, yeah.
And we all had to double up on our parts. And I was the comic character as well.
Yeah.
But I also was the villain.
How was
And I
it?
really enjoyed
Did
being
you?
the villain. I was gutted I never got to develop it, if you like, because that's the beauty of pantomime as well, isn't it? You mean, especially for Ben, first time doing the Dame, you're going to develop the character so much
massively.
over the course of the month.
Okay, another character question then. Would you ever consider donning the wig and the lipstick to be the Dame?
Do you know what? I wouldn't, and I'll tell you why. Because I know the number of times I've been, in the interval, you usually get like a maybe 2-hour gap between shows.
Yeah.
And you always go and see the Dame and say, all right, we're just nipping out.
Yeah.
We're just going to Chippy, we're going to get a Nando's. Are you coming with us? And they go, well, I'll have to take all this off
and
if I do.
replay it.
And I'll tell
Yeah.
you something, and I know this from working with Steve. Steve does his Christmas shopping between shows. You come to Christmas shopping with that, don't you?
Yeah. Listen, Ben, if you need any help, I'll give you for you.
yeah.
I'll do. It'd be
You
nice
can
to
get
have a
my
woman's
mum's Christmas.
chat. Come on,
I'll give you my shopping list.
Yeah.
Broccoli,
Is this first time you've been a Dame then? Ben?
Yeah, it is like
Right.
literally my Dame debut. So it's great. It's like as Steve said, just to get a chance to develop a character. I'm obviously very tall, so it's going to be a bit different. But as we had a little chat before, having seen like Les Dawson play Dame, John Inman, greats like that, looking to bring little bits of everything and make it, new and fresh and exciting.
Do you think it'll help that you already are very good friends with Steve? Because a lot of what you do is together.
Yeah, completely. It's like almost that hurdle. We got over that years ago. And it's so lovely and reassuring as an actor and as a mate to be on stage with somebody who is brilliant, has got great technique, knows the genre inside out, and that you can have fun with and you can really trust. And 100% that would be with Steve.
Are we allowed to know anything that you're doing? I mean, I know because your widow Twankey and your Wishee Washee, it's all set in a Chinese laundry. Is there going to be any slosh, any sort of silliness? Do you know yet?
Well, I think we can dive it. We do have a slosh scene together.
Amazing.
Right.
Which I was determined to, because I do love it. I do love getting
the best.
all messed up, and it's good fun.
I think I always enjoyed them, and I enjoyed watching you rehearse them, but I think now taking my son, who at this time will be 8, for him, the slosh is when he laughs from his soul. Like he really deep down belly laughs, because there's nothing funnier than seeing someone physically. As a grown-up, you're there to listen to the gags. As a kid, you're there to watch, and the slosh just, for me, hits the mark.
That's the
for
complete
kids.
opposite reaction that the stage crew have. Who have to clean up after it in a matter of seconds before the next tap comes in.
And there's a dance sequence on there or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking of kids, how important is the pantomime for kids and getting into theatre? Because, this... For a lot of kids, it's the first time they come to a theatre, isn't it?
Massively. It's like, God, I remember, my first experiences with theatre would have been pantomime in Birmingham. And I remember going with your family, grandparents, it's that family feel. And it's so important just to see that little bit of magic. It's like, children these days, they watch a lot of telly, slightly older ones are on their phones, but there's nothing like that live experience. You'll hear the band, there's going to be an amazing band. You see the glitter, that live experience, and hopefully that'll plant a little seed. Like, we can come again. We can try different shows. We can keep supporting the Grand and other theatres in the region. It's like a great start for them.
And what about the school performances? How important is for you guys as performers to have school children that come to your performances?
Well, they just love it when we take the mickey out of the teachers.
Especially
when Widow Twankey gets in amongst the deputy head or whatever.
I'll be after a few of the deputy heads.
Actually, it's quite good. Some days, you sometimes struggle to find the male teachers. Because they know, and they're always sat right at the back. You're like a proper scouring the audience.
I tell you why,
I
I'd
use
probably
my
end up
go-go
being
gadget neck on it.
it'll be some poor young teacher that's
It will.
newly qualified.
Thrown to the front.
No idea. You sit at the front, sir.
Enjoy the view, enjoy the view.
We got you the best ticket.
Have some rebels.
I've got a little secret. I'm giving someone, I don't want to tell you what it is, but it's the most ridiculous thing that someone has to hold on to for the whole time. And it was just a daft idea I had earlier this year, and I just thought, if I do that, that is just ridiculous.
Nice.
And the idea that they've got to hang on to it for a full 2 hours while the whole show's going
During
on.
the interval? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. More important than the interval, I will insist that they take it to the bar and everything. Whatever.
Bring it with
Give too
them.
much away.
I
Well,
cannot
it
wait.
sounds great, doesn't
It
it?
does. Really cannot wait to see it this year. I can tell you then that Aladdin opens on the 1st of December and runs through until New Year's Day. Tickets are available now at blackpoolgrand.co.uk.
Thanks for joining us on Eat, Theatre, Sleep, Repeat.
Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.